Okay, I'm just telling you, I'm a mess. That destroyed me. I can't, like the fourth time today. Okay, so welcome everybody. I've given a few speeches in my time at weddings and occasional funeral, birthday parties. And I usually don't speak with notes, but this is a big freaking deal here. So I actually, Megan, I wrote some stuff down. And I hope they won't have to look at it. But, so first off, thank you, everyone, from near and far, London, all over the place, California, northern and southern California, Connecticut, Wyoming, I don't know, a lot of places, Labor Day weekend, pain in the ass to get here. Thank you. Thank you for making the trip. It means a lot to Sarah, myself, Steve, and Viv, and especially to those two nice young people over there, that you all made the trip to be with us, so thank you. And also, a couple other thank yous. Thank you to Steve and Vivian for last night. You hosted a wonderful rehearsal dinner. Like Sarah and I are really lucky because we now have not one but two sets of, I don't know what you call parents of the
in-laws.
Your kids married, in-law parents?
Outlaws.
But we now have two sets of in-law parents who we're lucky enough to actually really like and enjoy. And we actually occasionally spend time together without our children, which is, I don't know, maybe weird, but it's kind of cool. I'm not sure everybody gets to do that. It's been great. A word to the golfers out there, male or female, do not play a $5 Nassau with Vivian. She'll kick your ass. Let me just check my notes. I had to say another thing. So, there are a few people who are not here. This was mentioned last night at the rehearsal. Kevin and Sally Dowd are not able to make it, so we recognize their presence and spirit here. Viv's mom is also not able to make it, but she is, I'm sure, sending her love as well. And then we have a couple folks who have departed us in person, but I'm sure wherever they are, hopefully they're looking down upon us. Steve's parents, Bob and Elizabeth Burns, and then my dad, here I go again, my dad, Stan Wells, who, Maggie, He's been here, and I'm sure, again, wherever he is, he's looking down at you guys, and he's loving this moment too, so we wish all of them. All right, so, those of you that are among the top 5% most perceptive people in the room may have, in fact, noticed that there's a bit of a jet ski theme to this wedding. I'm not going to repeat, he asked my daughter on a date, he said he had a jet ski, didn't have it, he bought it, that's great, awesome. But I do have a jet ski story. It's personal to our family, and I'll do it quickly. But probably maybe a week or so after this first jet ski date, I think maybe, it was 2020, probably June-ish, we were out on our boat in Norwalk Harbor, anchored up this little spot we like to go to out by Wood Island. We had Nick, Katie, I'm pretty sure we had Nick, Katie, me, Sarah, and Megan was definitely on the boat. And we were swimming around, and then Megan's on her phone saying, there's a boat over there, and I know those Tristan's friends from Darien, there's a boat like a couple hundred yards away. And we're like, yeah, let's go. Why don't you ask him to come over? And she's, no, I'm good. And then all of a sudden this dude zooms up on a jet ski. And he pulls up alongside our boat. Megan throws on a life jacket, hops on the back of the jet ski. There was no intros. This guy drives up on a jet ski, Meg jumps on the back and they zoom off. And we're like, first of all, who is that guy? And is he gonna bring our daughter back? So he did bring her back. And over the years, we have gotten to know who this guy is. This guy, Evan Burns, who zoomed away with our daughter on the back of the jet ski. So this is where it gets hard for me because all this stuff's already been said like 7 times last night, a couple more times during Nick's talk today. But the Evan that we have gotten to know and love has a few key traits. One is he is, I would say, thoughtful. He's a thoughtful dude. He's not the kind of guy who's going to blabber on in a big party and entertain people. He's a thoughtful guy. He's intelligent. But when he has something to say, it's usually, it's either interesting or it's friggin' funny as hell. So he's got a sharp sense of wit, which I think he gets from Steve. He gets his thoughtful intelligence from another human being in his parental. He's obviously an adventurous sort. You've been to how many countries, my man? 60-something countries. If there was a black belt given for scuba diving, he'd have one. He is a ninja city biker. But he is an adventurous sort, so he's been around the world. He speaks French, I think, a little bit. So he is a man of mystery and many adventures. But the one thing I think for me, I don't know about Sarah, but for me, the thing that strikes me the most, and this has been said also about Evan in the previous speeches, is he is an unflappable dude. Over the last 4 years, especially the first couple of years you guys were together, I cannot tell you how many places my daughter dragged this poor guy around up and down the East Coast while he's working these crazy hours, calls at all hours of night and day, demanding jobs. I'm surprised he didn't get fired from all your jobs. I saw him one time, one of the first times we met him when he came up to Maine. He got out of the car, he had his backpack with his laptop, then he had a big box with another computer he needed for his work. Then he had another box with a separate monitor he needed for his work. Then he needed to be behind a closed door because his company's so secretive he can't sit in an open area. And he has to have a secure internet. And so he's lugging all this stuff up and down the East Coast. Another time we had a big family reunion for Judy, Sarah's mom, 80th birthday reunion on Nantucket. He's got a hellish work week. He's there for a week with all of us. We're all partying, having a great time. Evan needs to work. He gets to the Nantucket house, no secure internet, so he can't work. But he does all this stuff while Megan's dragging him around. He's just like he is now. He's just chill. never a harsh word. Always a smile on his face, and it's amazing. So, and you guys mentioned it. It is a nice yin and yang that you have because Megan could learn a little from it. And then I guess there's many traits of Evan, but a lot of them have been said. But the thing that we obviously have come to love the most about our friend Evan Burns is the way he loves our daughter Megan. We can see it in your eyes. We can see the way you look at her. You have, Nicholas said it out in the yard. There has been a glow to Megan since the first time you came to Maine when we actually met you with a name. There's been a glow to her and a happiness around here that we haven't seen. I mean, it's not like she's an unhappy person. But there's been a difference in Megan from the day she met you, and that we are super thankful for, and we are very grateful to have you join our family, and we love you. Now, there's one other thing we get, our family you get, like not just me and Nick and Katie and Sarah, you get uncles, aunts, grandparents, and then you get Christmas Cove. There's this little crew up in the Cove of people, and there might be like maybe 2 or 3 of them in here that have like you, married into the Christmas Cove community. They call themselves outlaws. They named themselves outlaws. They actually had a president of the outlaws once in a while. I think think they fired him, or he did something and he left the organization. So there are, I think, a couple of outlaws in here. So if I could ask the 2 or 3 outlaws that are currently present to please stand. And welcome Kevin to your crew. I'm almost done. So Megan. You also have a bit of an adventurous spirit. She actually, it seemed like yesterday, this all goes so fast, you'll learn. It goes so fast. I remember like it was yesterday when you just this little cute blonde girl, super shy, didn't say a lot to much of anybody. But even when she was the little shy blonde girl, she was an adventurer. This is why one of the reasons why you guys are such a good match. When she was, I think, Sarah, what, two and a half, we went out to this island that the Cove people know, Monhegan. And she did the whole circumnavigation of Monhegan, cliff walks and everything up these steep cliffs when she was 2.5 years old. She wouldn't stop, she did the whole thing. I think you could question the judgment of her parents on that. She did the whole deal. So, and then when she, years and years later, decided she wanted to go to Colby College, we got kids. You know, when you bring your kids to college, you have the big drop off now. You bring them to college, drop them off, and move them into their dorms. So we brought Megan to Newark Airport. Because her first semester was in Spain, so she decided to go to college where her first semester was in Spain. She took classes all in Spanish. She didn't really remember any Spanish, but she made the move to do that, and then she spent, I guess, 1 out of her 4 years in college overseas. So she does have an adventure streak like Evan. So I think that is definitely some of the glue that holds you guys together. This was said last night too, but Maggie is a fierce, loyal friend. There's a ton of people in this room that span her life. There's a Wilton crew in here. Of Wilton High School friends. It's in the water, Wilton, because like all my best friends are from Wilton High School. Nick's best friends, Wilton High School. A lot of Maggie's best friends, Wilton High School. Let's go. Go Warriors! There's the main crew. Many of whom are in the bride, and also Lauren, Valentina, crew there too. Main crew, main sisters, bridesmaids, Megan, and then there's the Colby crew who are here somewhere. You know them. Marie, Khaled, Elizabeth, Brooke, thank you for coming. So she's a good friend. She has friends through her whole life. I think they'd all say that if you need someone to talk to in a pinch, if you're down, if you're in trouble, if you just need to hang out and talk, Maggie's your girl. So you're a really good friend, Meg, and we're super proud of you. And the thing we've come to love about you the most is also that when you look at him, it lights up our room. I love, there's some little things that you do that I love, like when we're following you down the street, either in London or New York City. She always like grabs his hand or puts her hand and takes his arm. You just do that all the time. You like to be with him. So it's so cool the way you always grab his arm or his hand. I remember when you guys were down in Hilton Head with us, you were teaching her how to scuba dive without a tank. Just teach her how to breathe. And you were so nice and tender with each other in the pool. It's just like there's so many little moments that I watch you guys, and it just brings home how great a couple you are and how great your life is going to be together. So we're very thankful that you guys are man and wife. So I have one more thing to say, which is last night my wife Sarah made a really eloquent speech and read a high school yearbook quote that Megan had from Mark Twain, which was all about like living in the moment, leaving it all out there. Don't have any regrets. Don't leave anything on the table. So I started thinking, like, what did I put in my will as leader? I actually remember what it was. So she was literary, Mark Twain. I was also a man of letters. As was. I gotta find it. There it is. So my quote was very similar, Meg, but the guys who wrote my quote were very different men of letters. Roger Waters and Dan Gilmore. So I will close by reading she was 2010 Wilton High School, I was 1978 Wilton High School. This was my quote, and I'm a big fan of symmetry, and I think this is cool because it's really good symmetry of what you picked. So this is the quote. Breathe. Breathe in the air. Don't be afraid to care. Leave, but don't leave me. Look around and choose your own ground. Long you'll live, and high you'll fly, and smiles you'll give, and tears you'll cry. And all you touch, and all you see, is all your life will ever be. Everyone please raise a glass. I don't have one. May you breathe in this moment and take it with you forever. Cheers.